Peace, 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 and many, many, many blessings. This is ShanGO Ray, aka the real dealio, baby. Real deal, Ray. Your intuition's mouthpiece when that monkey mind wants to take over. Okay, got something special for those of you. It's come. I've been feeling a lot of different shit. When you're a spiritual worker or, whatever you want to call it, you pick up on a lot of shit, you know, especially in this world of technology. And, the same way you can sense somebody's vibe through a text, you can feel different shit. You can feel the currents. And I have a special spell for gaining spiritual assistance because some of you are definitely in need of spiritual assistance right now. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Every one of us is no one's exempt from needing spiritual assistance. And of course, like, who else should you really go to? So I'm going to give you that spell in just a moment. It's a very simple spell. When I give spells out here and there, they are powerful. They do work. You can read hundreds and hundreds of comments about how shit works for a lot of people. Okay? And I'm also going to give you a tweak that really will set this spell off for you. But some things came through to me, and I just wanted to share them before I give this spell out. I also have something very, 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 very special now. Today is 11/10/2018, so it's 11111, and tomorrow's 11/11/11 if you add the year up. There's a couple more dates. This is just a major, major gateway portal. I wanted to first and foremost say and offer my encouragement because the transition is real. for many of us, especially many of us on our shit, raising our frequency. It's not always a fun thing, as it's not always a fun thing, and it's not always an enjoyable thing. Things fall off. Things are stripped away. Part of the whole spiritual initiation thing is you're being led back to yourself. Okay? Now, Spirit was showing me some things about some of you, and I know it's about some of you. A word came to me, and you'll understand when I say it. The word that Spirit used was clusterfuck. Because right now I can feel a lot of you are in situations, or not even just a situation, okay? Your life has presented you with situations that basically feel like a clusterfuck, to the point where you feel almost paralyzed, even if you want to do magic. It's like, where do I even start? I was given a vision of you, and this vision, if you've been to any amusement park, I seen you in the center of with these bumper cars, right? And you're in the middle, and you know how, like, with bumper cars when they're running around and shit, a lot of times there's this big fucking clusterfuck of bumper cars, and the one in the middle can't go. You go forward, you hit something. You go back, you can't. You're stuck. You feel stuck. Okay. I want to tell you, and I want to reinforce to you, you're not stuck. Okay? You're not stuck. You're feeling stuck. And, of course, if you're going by your physical eyes and ears, your brain may also reach back into the past and say, well, we couldn't get out of something like this before, clusterfuck. And it can feel very paralyzing. It can feel very real, okay? And that's why I want to give this absolutely free spell to you guys, okay? The other thing that Spirit was also showing me was that your breakthrough, or your break to, where you're breaking through to, is in action, okay? It's happening now. This month is not like the numerology of this month is not an accident. Now, the ones who can take advantage of this energy will gain the most. Okay, in 60 days from now, you're going to look back and say, wow, you almost may not even recognize a lot of things. Okay, but one thing about this gateway, once you go through this shit, there ain't no going back to the old way for you. And like I said, whether that's losing things, relationships, or altogether, like I said, a clusterfuck, you know, I seen somebody feeling like they're drowning almost, like the water's rising. They're on their tippy toes trying to keep one nostril above water in whatever way that may be. Okay? Because that can happen in a lot of different ways. A lot of personal shit going on. Many different personal things. And it's almost like it's very draining just to even think about it. Okay? But something that I have been fortunate enough to be reminded of, partly because I've trained myself to, when I catch myself, when I check in with myself, I'm always checking in how I'm feeling. When I check in with myself, and if I start feeling, clusterfucked, I instantly switch gears. I pause for a moment, of course, first. Then I switch gears. And then I say, how can I be of service? You know, I start in some ways kind of coming from my heart, chakra, my anahata chakra. And it does make a difference. It gets me out of my head. It gets me some space between me and my perceived problems. And it's also another spiritual requisite in some ways, because you're about ready to receive a lot of shit, inside, outside, spiritually, physically. Just like when you're dealing with spirits, the feeling, the state of being when you give is so powerful. Even if you just stopped at the point where it gets you out of your own muck for a second. When you can help somebody or assist somebody or however. Even when you're working with spirits, you got to give. You got to give. You got to sacrifice. You may have to sacrifice your disbelief. You may have to sacrifice your fear. You may have to sacrifice all your memories of what went wrong before, as if they're going to be the precursor to what's going to go wrong now, even though these things are there for you to protect you. But sacrifice and giving are definitely required. It's part of the circuit, you know? It's part of the circuit, okay? So when you do get into that and connect the circuit, think about it just like with a car. Like if you was to hot wire a car and you put them wires together and you seal them wires up together, you now completed the circuit. Now you can go forward, okay? Now you can break through and break to what it is that you were destined to break through and break through to, okay? And having said all that, I want to give you this spell. It's a very simple spell. It's a very powerful spell. It's a hoodoo spell. And I will precursor it with this, all right? If you have any problems using psalms or biblical things in your magic, then this is probably not for you. Okay. But what you do with this spell is very simple. I'm going to give you the tweak, though, the difference, the little tiny difference, the angle that makes the difference. And this is the spell. It's simple. Are you ready? I know you are. Okay. So the psalm that you're going to be working with for this to gain spiritual assistance. Now, spiritual assistance can also be general. Okay. It's more of a general because right now your conscious mind doesn't know where to turn, but your spirit does. Okay. And your soul definitely does. Your divine, your divinity does. This spell is about tapping into your divinity. So you kind of got to let go of the reins. Okay. You kind of got to let go of the reins for this one. All right. So the psalm that you're going to be working with is Psalm 35. Let me repeat that. The psalm you're going to be working with is Psalm 35. Now, you don't need no candles. You don't need anything. All you need is your heart's intention to reach out to your divinity, which of course is you and is with you, but you get what I'm saying. So what you're going to do is you're going to write this psalm down. Now, I will tell you it's a lengthy psalm, okay? It's not one of these little short ones. It's a lengthy psalm. But you're going to write down this psalm on a piece of paper. Very simple, okay? Here's the tweak, the twist, the tactic, all right? As you're writing this down, you're going to assume the feeling that these were your words to begin with. In other words, what do you mean, ShanGO? What I'm saying is, when I'm writing it down, these are my words I'm writing to me, for me, and from me. It's as if you wrote that scripture in the Bible, that verse in the Bible, for you, right now. Okay? Once you're done with it, all you do is carry it with you. Okay? And in ways that no man can know. And, in a lot of different ways that almost can't be fathomed, you will receive the assistance that you need, be that in downloads and insights of ideas that you would have never regularly came up with. May not sound like your voice. People may offer you things, situation. You may notice something on, online or Craigslist, or I don't know what your assistance needs are. Okay. But you carry this with you every day. You can even review it every day and read it every day if you wish. Although it's not required, but it does help to charge it up. And as I said, when you read it, these are now your words coming to you, coming from you, by you, and for you. That's the twist. Simple, actually. Dear Watson. All right. So that is the free spell to gain spiritual assistance. Psalm 35. 5. Now, in addition to what I'm doing, for those ready to really jump through this portal, we're already going through it. But if I can be of assistance, then I'm also offering a 11-day, starting tomorrow, theta spell. Theta spell because this is the time, when the sun is farthest from the earth, it's the dark. And when we hear about the darkest, that's the time to go within, ever more so. I mean, it's always time to go in. It's always time to check in. It's always time to commune with your fucking divinity. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I wanted to mention though that this particular theta spell, when I say theta spell, I'm talking about really trancing out for 11 days straight. Not like 11 days straight, I'm gonna just be in a trance, but for 11 days consecutively on your behalf. I will be doing this, like I said, this theta spell for yours. And like I said, I don't know exactly what consciously, I don't know what you need as far as that, but I know that there's that aspect of me that does, that is connected to you, that is you also. Because really, I'm a mirror to you. And just like you're a mirror to me. Okay? Let's not forget that. Now, I am incorporating, there's two different energies that I don't understand how and why they keep coming to me. Okay? But I'm also incorporating them into this ritual because I mean business. Now, let me stop here before I tell you who these two special guests are, because you're going to know who they are. All my pre-existing clients, I'm already doing this in your stead, on your behalf as well. All my current cases. Okay? Now, the two energies that are collaboing, it's a collabo, really is what the fuck it is. And I'm a master collaboist, okay? I was doing collabos before it was cool to do collabos and mixing deities and shit like that. When I was being told way back when, you shouldn't do that. And it's like I had the most dramatic and miraculous effects when I did. So I need to start listening to myself and say, fuck you. Yeah, no. Archangel Michael and Saint Expedite. Don't ask me how and why these two want to keep coming through, but you know what? Fuck it. We're doing it. And we can be doing it for you. Okay? You can find the link for that in the description box. But other than that, and yes, there is a nominal sacrifice or offering or whatever you want to call it, but it's no more than the night on a town, which is unfathomable for ShanGO Ray, if anybody who knows me. But I feel the need, man. I really feel the need, and I really want to give. I really want to give. So I'm going to make it as easy for you as possible that I possibly can. And that's in the description box for you there. But you don't need anybody. You don't need nothing. And you now have a spell for you to work and gain the spiritual assistance you need, even if you don't know what the fuck you need. That's what this spell is designed to do. It's designed to shake loose certain things. It's designed to kind of clear it away also. It's designed to, make that pathway, that connection. Just like computers have synaptic networks and stuff. What's that patterned after? Of course, your brain. Now's the time to go in to get out. What are you going to do? You have all the tools now. You have something that you can use right now. Probably take you about 10, 15 minutes to write this down. Took me about 15 minutes. But it's a very, very powerful spell. Very simplistic. I wanted it simple because I want you to do it. And if you choose to join in to what I'm doing here with my special collabo, my special guests on your behalf, you can also incorporate that in there. Okay? And I thought about it. Psalm 35 is an 8. 8 is about overcoming. 8 is about power. 8 is also the infinite. Outside the circles of time. And this gateway has so much shit going on. I know I'm not the only one. Yes, ShanGO Ray has had some personal challenges as well. We all have. No one's exempt. And especially if you're doing spiritual work and shit, you got the work of your clients. And of course, if you're a decent spiritual work, you actually care about your clients. And then of course you got your own personal shit. But that's like for anybody with any job. Almost, you got your job, you got the the concerns, you got the people, you got the all that from your employment or your business or whatever. And then of course you got your personal life. Then you got your kids, your children, your friends, your family members. Some of you have been, you know, waiting till you can be alone so you can let some of this shit out. Tears going down your cheeks. Thinking something's got to give. Something has to fucking give. Your time is now. Don't make no mistake about that. Your time is now. My name is ShanGO Ray, and please comment in the description. Comment below after the next, week or two, maybe even sooner for some of you who use this spell. And I look forward to hearing your good news. I'm here for you. I'm sure there may be others that are also available for you as well. Okay? So be encouraged. And don't forget to check in with yourself. It's very important. Your divinity is trying to call you. And sometimes your divinity will use circumstances and situations and all this other shit to try and get your attention. The ball's in your court. I'm ShanGO Ray. Peace and blessings.